Margam Castle actually was one of the few places that really we felt quite scared at, and we go into these places all the time.
A loud bang over here and the rock being thrown or the rock landing on something hard, that was an uncanny sound, like it was very clear.
Hi Crypt Keepers, thank you so much for tuning in to AmysCrypt. Tonight Jared and I are investigating one of the most haunted places in Wales. This is known as Margam Castle, and it is probably the most visually stunning place I have ever investigated, but I've also heard that in the dead of night things here can get quite scary, so stay tuned. Welcome to a sprawling, pristine estate filled with spectacular gardens and housing one of the most haunted buildings in Wales, Margam Castle. Though this building is not officially a castle, simply being built to resemble one by Christopher Talbot in the early 1800s, the grounds of the estate have been inhabited for the past 4,000 years, and the ruins of an abbey dating to the 1100s still exist a short distance from the castle, making it a truly historic place. Today, much of Margam Castle sadly remains ruined due to abandonment and later fire, though many of its past inhabitants remain intact. The most famous spirit to linger at Margam Castle is that of Robert Scott, a former gamekeeper who lived on the estate before being murdered, shot on the grounds by a poacher. He is claimed by many to hang around the grounds, and in particular the main staircase of Margam Castle. Still angered by his murder, Robert Scott is also a known poltergeist, who isn't shy about throwing rocks at visitors. Other spirits said to haunt the castle are those of young children, thought to date back to Victorian times for their old-fashioned clothing. They are typically seen and heard playing around the upper back floors of the building, where a former nursery was present. Many to visit have claimed to hear their running footsteps travel along the wooden floors, and the playful giggles of children not to be seen. We were lucky enough to talk to my good friend, Alison from Haunted Horizons, whose work I have linked below, about a past paranormal investigation she conducted at the castle, where some seriously scary activity occurred near the nursery.
Margam Castle actually was one of the few places that really we felt quite scared at, and we go into these places all the time. We were investigating up in the very back room, so it's upstairs, furthest end away from the whole of the building, and it's near what they call the nursery. And we were sitting in there, we turned the lights out, we were sitting in this room around a table when we could hear swishing. If you had a long dress on and you were moving around with a long dress on, you would hear the material just swishing around. That's what it sounded like. And footsteps, and it was circling us on the outside of the room there. We also had heavy male breathing in the room with us, and it was just the tenseness, just the whole atmosphere of it. And while this was happening, suddenly there was a big kind of clack behind us. It sounded like a stone falling or being thrown. There was nobody else in this building. The only person on site was a security guard, and he was sitting outside in his car. So we did actually find the stone, and yeah, we don't know where it came from, but we did hear it being thrown. Then a bit later in the night, the security guard did come back in. He did join us, and we were sitting at the bottom of those big stairs. The noises, we were just hearing booms upstairs, and they were all coming from that area where we just were, so round about the nursery area. It was just a very unnerving place at night.
Adding to the paranormal claims of Margam Castle and its wider grounds are the sightings of black shadow figures, disembodied footsteps, and even voices. We couldn't wait to tackle Margam Castle and its surrounding ruins for a paranormal investigation we wouldn't soon forget. Crypt Keepers, we are here at Margam Castle. I am so excited for this one. Jared and I actually visited a few years ago, say 2018 I think it was, and we did a day tour, but we didn't have the resources or ability to rent this place out at night to investigate and have the whole castle to ourselves like we do now for you guys. So thank you again. This has just been the most epic of trips, and I'm so happy to be able to share this place, this experience with you guys as well. So tonight, really looking forward to investigating this place. It's like bringing back all the old feels coming here. So cool. How do you feel, Jared?
Yeah, I feel really good to be here. Like, this place is one of the most visually appealing places we have ever filmed at. Like, the staircase you guys are about to see, it's just for that alone, ghost stories aside, that's even just worth visiting this place.
I am in love with it. I want to live here. This place is so pretty.
You'd get too cold here, I reckon.
Yeah, probably. Oh my god.
There it is, the staircase.
This is so epic.
Oh, I get Labyrinth vibes.
Yeah.
You know, with what's that guy's name that sings the song in Labyrinth?
David Bowie.
David Bowie vibes on this staircase, because it just goes on and on and on.
Better roll on goes too before we forget. And I definitely want it rolling for when we walk into this area, this staircase.
Yeah, it's definitely beautiful. Wow, look at that. That is Game of Thrones vibes, right?
Am I in Game of Thrones right now? Or is this my life? Pinch me. Actually, don't. My favourite part about the staircase though is the staircase is haunted. So many years ago when this place was in operation, say 1800s, there was a gamekeeper named Robert Scott. He lived on the castle grounds and lived and worked here. He was actually murdered. He was shot dead by a poacher, and supposedly it is his spirit that hangs around here because he's disgruntled at the way that he died. Obviously he was murdered. I would have a lot of pent up rage about that as well. And he throws things at people, moves things, so he's a poltergeist. And one of the things that he is said to do, I mean, one of them is that he's sighted around here as a sort of shadow figure near the stairs, but he also throws rocks at people, which is very interesting because something happened to Jared just like that hours earlier.
It's still daylight, guys. We're just waiting for the sun to go down before we get into our other experiments, but this is where it happened. So I was standing right here. I think I was just looking at this window because there was some other people on the grounds. And I was just watching a still camera we left out there. And all of a sudden I heard a rock land on something hard. Like, you know when a rock hits a floor and like rolls or tumbles? I heard that in this back corner here. I wasn't rolling on any cameras. I quickly got my phone out and started recording. It didn't happen again though. That video is for our Patreon YouTube members. It didn't capture anything, but you know, that's, at least you see my reaction. But then straight after that as well, there was a loud bang noise that happened down this end of the room. And this is a pretty big room. So for me to say that it was a loud bang, it was pretty loud. And we never actually found out what that was. Just started filming because I heard something, like a rock or something being thrown. I heard a rock or something being thrown in this corner of the room, in the downstairs living space. And then I heard a loud knock down this end.
So I don't know if there's somebody down here, but if you can hear my voice, my name is Amy, this is Jared, and we're here to communicate tonight. Please don't be shy. I mean, maybe you've already done things to let us know that you're around. Maybe you can come close to the lights in my hands and you can tell us who you are though.
You triggered some words on our device earlier on tonight. Can you do that again? I just heard a screaming.
Yeah. I thought I could hear talking or something.
I just heard a scream.
It sounded like a kid as well, I'm going to be honest.
I don't see anyone outside though. There's some massive grounds.
I mean, unless someone snuck into the grounds and is like running around. But I mean, it's probably what, like 10 p.m. So to hear a kid right now is weird. And
I heard that.
Well, I feel like that was up.
Up on the next floor?
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Directly above us is like another living area like this, although decked out in original or timely furniture.
And because of fire and deterioration of this place, up there, the ceiling, that's just a wooden floor that is very loud. So if someone is walking up there, it's super loud from down here. And
there is no one else in this building. We have this place to ourselves. There is no one else here.
That's so cool. Okay, we're starting to get things.
Can I just say though, the noise I heard earlier was a lot louder than that. Mine was like a loud bang over here, and the rock being thrown or the rock landing on something hard, that was an uncanny sound, like it was very clear.
This isn't even said to be one of like the really haunted areas, but things happen.
Backward. Do they want us to go back? Which way do you want us to go? Can you tell us where you are?
Let's just stand here for a moment. This is where we heard that sound. Can you do it again? We waited for some time in this position, yet nothing else occurred. Having heard some noises already was very interesting considering we were completely alone within the castle. We did have a security guard present, although he was stationed on the grounds inside his van, well away from the building. And to me, hearing children here was particularly curious, as our security guard had earlier told us about an experience involving children that had happened to him in the next room over. So he was in this room, and he was standing just there by the window. He was just security for a paranormal group. So a paranormal group of people came in, they sort of all congregated in this room before all heading upstairs together. So he was left standing here by this window by himself. And he reckons just over here behind me, he could hear little kids running about. You know, footsteps, shuffling along, but past that fireplace, and there was no kids there. So that's kind of cool.
This would have been the dining room, by the way. There's a sign on the other side of the door.
Are there any children down here tonight? Can you hear my voice? We're here to play. There is like literally no way that could have been someone outside of the castle before that voice. You know what, but as we're getting noises that sound like it's upstairs, should we just head up there?
Yeah, let's go. We're heading upstairs now. If you want to follow us, you can. Robert, if you can hear us, we're coming upstairs. Is that all right?
No, I'm just going to say it. You can throw a rock at me. I don't care. Just make sure it hits me if you're going to throw one.
Maybe not in the eye.
Oh, yeah.
Fireplace.
There's a fireplace up here. Keep going.
Thank you for letting us know where you want us to go. Fireplace, there's so many actually. Okay, I found a fireplace. Is this where you wanted us to come? Can you give us a sign just to let us know? Maybe just tap on the walls or the floor.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm hearing children's voices.
I am too. There's literally no one out there. I actually think this is all fenced off as well, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So this, honestly, this probably was where we heard the noise come from though. Up here, yeah?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, there's movement over here. Thank you. Are you able to give us a louder noise?
That sounded like someone shifting weight on a floorboard. Can you come towards us?
My name's Amy and this is Jared. You don't need to be afraid of us. Oh, you're thirsty?
Actually, I'm a bit parched.
Same. It's quite warm up here.
Can you make us a drink? That'd be nice.
What would you like to drink? Can you let me know? Maybe I can get you a drink. Children are probably the main ghost story up here. And last time I was here, I was talking to a tour guide and they said that they were doing just a walk-through history tour during the day one time. There was one family there who had one kid. The kid went missing during the tour. So obviously they're freaking out. The parents freaked out when they realized the kid was missing because they're lost in this castle. They later found the kid and was like, oh, where have you been? Where have you been? And the kid was like, oh, I've been playing with the other little kids here. There was no other little kids on the tour. There was no other little kids in the castle. The kid...
That.
Oh my God. Why do you got to say that like that? Oh, my heart.
I need to go.
No, don't go.
I'm so sorry.
We didn't mean to scare you.
I know, that was super rude, huh? Please don't go. Again, my name's Amy. This is Jared. We got scared because of the bat. I don't know why I screamed like that. But this little kid was found and he was playing with the other little kids who were the ghost children.
Were those children found in the nursery? Or did they come down and they said they were in the nursery? Because there's a nursery that we're about to head into, right?
Leave me alone.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Forward.
That is weird.
Through there, directly in front of me, is where the nursery is. That is really, really weird.
It seemed like we screamed, which was kind of rude. Then it's like, I need to go, leave me alone. And it was like, forward. Okay, I'm gonna guess we need to go forward to the nursery. Now the nursery is the most active place. Obviously children haunt here. Maybe they are drawn to the nursery more so than the rest of the castle, but they're seen throughout the whole castle. Out of all of the areas here, they do say the most paranormally active is where we're headed, is forward.
Do you want us to go forward? Do you want us to come into the nursery? Is that where you want us to go? Guys, this room looks really like nicely decorated. It's because it was used in as a set in a movie. The movie was called, what was the movie?
I think the movie was called Angels and Demons or Demons and Angels. It's the second part to the Da Vinci Code movie. Do you remember that movie coming out? I think I only seen the Da Vinci Code.
So?
Yeah, there's that.
Uh-oh.
My experience of bats, they feed at this time of night. I'm just going to go to the nursery because if the bats are hanging around in here, we'll get out of their hair. But yeah, this was a film set. So I think that's very cool. I feel like I got told they had paranormal activity while they were filming, but I can't remember what that was.
If anyone's seen the movie and this set looks familiar, leave us a comment.
This is a bit creepy with like the crib. Anyone in here, can you give us a sign?
I definitely feel like these back rooms, I mean, they just look creepy. Like holes in the wall, you know what I mean?
So I'm very lucky as well, guys. Some of my best friends in the world who, you guys will know them, I talk about them all the time, Alison and Cag from Adelaide's Haunted Horizons. They came here a couple of years ago and I actually got to interview Alison on an experience that they had here. And I trust those ladies so much. I learn so much about the paranormal from them every time I hang out with them. They investigate a lot of places around the world, including this one, right? But this was one of the places that dead set scared them. And it was this back room that we're heading towards. They could hear like movement here and just, it really, really freaked them out because it was so intense and so loud.
And by the way, this was the room, I'm pretty sure, where that child from that ghost story earlier was said that they were playing with the kids, right?
Smoke.
What?
Sorry, I just seen a bat fly behind you.
Oh my God, don't tell me that.
Okay, I won't.
I'm leaving this hoodie on.
Smoke? Smoke from the fireplace? Do you want to smoke? In this moment, I did not think of this connection and thought smoke could have been linked to the responsive fireplace, which we had earlier received. Yet, in reflection, it could have also been relevant to a fire that tore through the building, leaving it in its now ruined state during the 1970s. You know what? For a nursery, it feels like we're going, like, it's getting less and less inviting the further down we go. I just sent a bat in there.
I'm saying heaps.
Is there anyone in the nursery? Alright guys, there is a ton of bats in this back room. The bloody haunted nursery. We don't want to disturb the bats, and I'm pretty sure this is like their peak feeding time as like the sun is almost gone. So I think we might come back later in the night to do some work in here rather than head in now. What do you think, Jared?
It's not just because I'm scared of bats. It is because we don't want to disturb them. So yeah, I think that's a good idea.
At this point, we decided to leave the area, though luckily, we would have the chance to investigate this room later on without distraction. Here, we thought best to head back downstairs and wait to lose sunlight completely before reaching out once again. During this time, we set up to perform an SD session on the main staircase, where the spirit of Robert Scott is said to linger, commonly throwing rocks at people. This saw Jared sit blindfolded while listening to a spirit box through noise-cancelling headphones and relaying anything he heard come through, while I asked questions which he was unable to hear. We had also set up a REM pod and a Ghost Tube SLS camera in the next room over, where we had earlier heard noises, and right as we were setting up, the REM pod documented a change in temperature.
Oh, got temperature going off.
Sweet. Thank you for playing with that funny device. Additionally, we also had some capo activity occur on the staircase while setting up.
I'm going to be sitting here, is that okay? Right here. Is it alright if I sit here? I'm here. Female voice.
Thank you. So my name's Amy. I'm here tonight with Jared.
She's here?
Who is she?
Legion.
Thank you for coming through and talking to us. My name's Amy, this guy's Jared. We've come a long way to visit you here at Margam Castle.
Follow me.
I will. Can you tell me where you want me to go? Can you make a noise and I'll follow it?
Up there. Here.
Okay, I'll bite. I'll go up there. So who's up there? Can you tell me that?
Can you move?
Yes, I'm going. Oh my god, this is dangerous. Can barely see. All right,
You're like dirt.
Where are you?
You're standing over there. This is real life.
Okay. I'm just gonna look. I'm standing over there. Are you talking about me or you? I would love to see you.
That there. It's not ideal.
It's not.
You'll find.
If you could tell me where you want me, I'll go there. Can you throw something?
This week.
Is there something special about this week?
Here I come. Are you hurt?
I'm not, I'm okay. I did just hear a noise down there though. Like maybe.
Is it your left hand?
It is, yes.
Please don't.
That is kind of weird because I have an injury on my left hand at the moment. I cut a massive chunk out of my hand on a can the other day, like literally.
We're not evil.
Okay, that's good. And I was bleeding here tonight because I ripped the wound open. I just heard something. Was that you throwing something? Tonight because I ripped the wound open. Tonight because I ripped the wound open.
Where did you come from?
Australia. It's very far away. This is my wounded finger, my thumb. Can you tell me who I'm talking with?
Where's the rest of them?
It's just me and this guy tonight. It's just me and Jared tonight. Are you a child or?
Say no to them. Down there.
Say no to who? Who is down there?
It's Amy.
Yeah, okay. That's my name. What? I just heard something up here.
Stop. I'm just gonna let you know, I'm feeling like the ground's moving even though I'm on a stone staircase. Still. Well done. They're dead.
I can hear something up here though, like there's someone moving around.
A lot.
There's a lot? Like, what's up there?
I'm getting twitches all over my legs, like my muscles are all twitching.
Can you tell me what I can hear up here? Who's making that noise?
People.
Okay, there's people up there making that noise?
Alright.
I don't know if the camera will pick it up. There's definite movement up there. It just sounds like someone walking around or moving around up there.
It'll get better.
I heard something down the bottom as well. I'm gonna just put my torch on and come down.
Stop it.
You don't want me down here? So I heard a little metal tap down here. Can you make a loud noise for me?
No.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
What's the matter?
I'm just doing my best to be able to talk to you, and sometimes it can be a little bit tricky. Are you able to give me your name just so I know who I am trying to talk to?
Birds.
What about birds? There's no birds in here, right? Because I'm scared of birds. Very scared of birds. I'm very cold around this area here. Is there someone near me right now?
You swore.
Like I made a promise, or I said a swear word, or like a curse word?
I have to say.
Do you like that Jared and I are visiting you?
I was stationed.
You were in the military then? Was this a war? Can you tell me where you were fighting? What the heck? I have no idea where that came from. Can you tell me what that noise was?
I'm close.
Yep, I just heard you. What the? Are there children around? Can you tell me how old the children are?
The 40s.
The 40s?
You're scaring him.
I just heard 2 taps on the staircase then.
You're scaring him. You're scaring him. Tomorrow, it'll be warmer.
Do you like warm weather or cold weather? Who's the one that throws the rocks here? Do you think you could throw a rock for us tonight? You okay?
Yeah, I'm getting like, my legs are all twitching, like all my muscles are twitching. And at first I thought it felt like the ground was moving, but obviously I'm on a rock solid stone staircase. I actually think it's just all my muscles in my lower body are all just twitching. Yeah, I'm getting all like twitchy legs.
Jared mentioning that his lower body was twitching is actually something that can be seen here in the footage. While we cannot say this is paranormal, we have experienced this before while conducting SD sessions in the past, and perhaps it is a symptom of performing such communication methods or entering trance-like states.
Alright guys, so we've moved upstairs because Amy said that there were a few words I said that seemed to imply that someone was upstairs. We've also been hearing like a lot of footsteps, unexplained noises and taps up here, just in between like while we were setting up. So we're going to do something a little bit different because we've been hearing what sound like footsteps and things all around this space. We're going to do an SLS session where I'm going to walk through with Ghost of SLS. We're doing this on an iPhone 12 using the LiDAR scanner that's on the back of the device. So I'm going to hit record now. So what you're actually seeing is the depth map of the room, and there's a table right here that I'm looking at, but I can also show you Amy. There she is. Okay, it is getting a figure of the man on the wall. I'm not sure if is that one of the previous owners, do you know?
I'm not sure, but I did hear a ghost story, or I was reading one today about someone in a picture that comes out of the picture or something.
That's really weird.
Yeah, I'm not saying like that figure is a ghost.
No.
CRM Talbot.
Oh, that is one of the owners then.
Yeah, the Talbots owned this until the 1940s.
So this room in here, we were directly below where our base camp was, where we were hearing the footsteps. Is there anyone around? Anyone that was up here earlier?
So if there is someone here, we'd love to see you. You can walk out in front of us, we're not going to hurt you. We spent some time walking around using the LiDAR filter through GhostTube SLS, but did not capture anything of interest. At this point, since the bats had cleared out from the building, we took the opportunity to reach out within the nursery, which we had heard was one of the most paranormally active areas of Margam Castle. Here, we rolled on GhostTube Vox to see whether we could make contact with anyone who may still linger in this space, but we also set up a GhostTube SLS camera in the next room over to monitor for activity.
Right, it looks like they've got their seance table in here as well. Is this where we're going to be sitting?
Yeah. So if there is somebody here and there's someone that wants to play, we would love that. Just come and touch the balls on the table or go towards the red light. We'll know that you're here. You can jump on the table, dance on it. We're not going to tell you off.
Something over there then.
And then I heard something over there. It was like tap, tap.
I heard something squeak in here. Please tell me that was you.
Okay. I think that's my chair.
I tell you what, that metal squeaking is not something you want to hear when you're sitting in a pitch black room. And remember, we are in a pitch black room. Like, you guys can see us because of the infrared light. We can't actually see anything. Don't make that noise again.
Okay, noted. I would love to hear from you. Maybe your name that'd be an excellent start.
Can you tell us your name?
Meredith?
I heard Meredith.
I heard a little girl's voice maybe. I don't know what it said
to me
though.
it said Meredith.
Oh, thank you.
Can you tell us your age? That sounded like a child, like, Mom!
Like, it was definitely someone yelling, yeah. Are you okay?
Are you lost? Noise over there behind the camera.
I keep hearing him from over here.
I'm hearing it as well.
It's very dark over there too.
It's like the darkest corner of the room. Can you tell us what's over there in that corner? What about the toys on the table here? We've left some toys here for you. Can you touch those toys or play with those toys?
Sandwich?
Sandwich.
Are you hungry?
Maybe the Earl of Sandwich is the Earl of Sandwich from the Hellfire Club. Can you play with one of these toys on the table for us? Oh, there's some children here. 7. We've been asking how many children are in here. And their age. What else do you want to
Is
ask?
there a little girl or a little boy here?
Positives.
Do you want to play a game? If you tell me what game that you want to play, I'll play it with you. I just all of a sudden got a weird feeling on my back.
Like what?
Like my skin's crawling.
Like ants crawling on your skin?
Like my skin doesn't feel good, yeah. Just all up my back.
What do you think about this lady here? Are you touching her?
That's where I was at.
I was? Maybe?
You're making me feel uncomfortable. Someone right behind me. It's like it's just sending shivers down my spine, you know, like that feeling. Can you come join us at the table? Maybe you can go up to the red light. Is that you moving the table?
No.
I just heard the table literally
the floorboards
rattling.
maybe or something?
No, it's the table. When I said, can you come around the table, I heard noises around the table and I could hear the table rattling.
I just thought that was like the floor creaking.
No, that's that's definitely the table. Did you? Did you?
He's sitting at the table with us.
In the last
In the last four? Last four seats?
Last for what? I had another tap over there.
I'm hearing them all over, like just slight creaks as well.
Are you moving around in here with us? What are you doing in here? Can you tell us where... Can you tell us whereabouts you are?
literatura.
That's not
That was in
English.
English. And as it said that, I heard his footsteps in that corner again.
Yeah, it's at that corner.
That corner there. Should we put a camera on that corner?
Alright, can you show yourself to us in that corner now?
Can you tell us who's in that corner?
Have you been here for a long time? Do you know how long it is? I don't know.
It's weird, it's gone really quiet now.
Yeah.
Are you still there? That is so weird that it's gone completely dead quiet now.
That's my chair. Are you in the other room? I actually feel really cold all of a sudden though. Like, it's funny because I get the cold chills when it's quiet and it's shut up, you know?
That just sounded like it told us to leave. Do you want us to go? Do you not want us here? That sounded like it said, burn them all. I don't think that's relevant at all to the history. It's just creepy. I'm just going to point that out.
You know this place burned down though.
Did it? What do you mean burned down? I mean, it's still standing.
Okay.
There was a fire.
There was a fire here, yeah.
Can you tell us about the fire?
Hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
I
don't
heard
think
that
that's
too.
Like how the fire start, maybe. Whose children are in here? I think the wind just picked up outside.
Okay, it sounded like someone came in.
Almost like when someone opens a door and the gust of wind comes in
Yeah.
and the room expands, you know what I mean?
Like the pressure, air pressure.
Did someone just come in here with us? Who joined us?
Let me show you
This
the
is how it
catwalk.
works.
You just need to move it.
Well, that might have been me.
I think that was you.
Up without the dress.
Can you tell us your favourite colour? My favourite is yellow. I feel like it always goes quiet when I ask a question.
Maybe you'd rather answer my question. What's your favourite colour?
Bright green.
Bright green. Did you hear bright green? Maybe they do prefer talking to me. All right, well, if your favourite colour is bright green, there is a green light on that that toy in the middle of the table. By the way, guys, sometimes we ask random questions like, what's your favourite colour, just to, I guess, help test a theory about intelligent responses, because if we just ask yes-no questions, all we're going to be able to get is yes-no answers, and maybe the yes or no we hear isn't in relation to what we're asking. But if I say, what's your favourite colour, and it says something like bright green, that's very specific, it's more compelling, I think.
Let's get some green.
Oh, you made it green. So there you go. There's a bright green light there for you.
You can do that too. Try it, it won't hurt you.
Do you hear a doing over there then?
I'm hearing a lot of noises in here.
I put my mind.
I put my...
It's
What did you put?
How many people are sitting at the table here with us right now?
4.
4.
Yeah, I heard 4 too. Are you children or are you adults? Can you describe the people that are sitting at the table here with us? No. Why? Do you not want to talk to us?
I'm getting all cold chills again now, like... But they're coming and going. It's weird.
That is weird.
At this point in the night, we decided to investigate a completely different area, moving outside to venture towards an old ruined abbey dating to the 1100s, where activity has been reported in the past. In fact, the entire park surrounding Margam Castle may be active. Yet, since we had already had a number of interesting moments within the castle, particularly centred around the grand staircase, we decided to leave a GhostTube SLS camera rolling in this space, just to see if paranormal activity may still present itself, even with no one living around.
Oh guys, look at that moon. It's a half moon, but it's a big moon. It's sort of red.
You ready for this, Jared?
I'm ready. It's actually really cool. There's like, it's a half moon, but it's really big and close to the horizon and like orange sort of. It's pretty cool.
So we're just about to leave the castle now. We're standing sort of right beside it. It's absolutely magnificent. I love this place. But we're walking down through the park towards the Margam Abbey. This abbey dates back to the 1100s and it wasn't sort of decommissioned till the 1500s, so it's super old. Now, yes, the park is haunted. That's the whole reason for this walk. There could also be energy left around the abbey, right? But dark shadow figures are always reported throughout this park. This area has been inhabited for about 4,000 years. So although like Margam Castle isn't that old, the area and the land and the history here stretches back pretty dang far.
So it existed even before the 1100s, right? Or as I called it before, the 1700s.
What did you say? 1147, and I was like, what, is that even a number?
Yeah, I was reading the history. I didn't even realize I said it. I was like, oh Ames, this place was built in 1140 whatever, and you were like, did you just say 11?
As Jared and I were venturing away from Margam Castle, our still GhostTube SLS camera picked up a sound that very much appears to be 2 taps in quick succession. I do wonder if this could be something small and hard being dropped and bouncing on the floor, just like a stone, which is said to be thrown by the poltergeist in this area. What do you think might have caused this? There are a lot of stairs here, even a lot of stairs outside. Oh my god. Dark shadows, where you at?
Even with the light on though, I mean, I'm just seeing this. Maybe if I put my night vision on.
Guys, I'm also rolling GhostTube just because...
What?
What's that?
What's what?
What, in the bushes there?
Where?
Right there.
I don't see anything in the bushes.
What is that?
A stick?
What is it though? Is it? Oh, it is a stick. There's a bunch of sticks holding up a baby tree.
Cigar.
Oh, you want to smoke?
They're like close, but no cigar.
I don't have a cigar for you. Fucking mob. Who is this that is here? Can you tell us that?
Wait. I feel like I can hear waterfall.
That's good for paranormal. A lot of energy.
Amy does always say that one of the theories is that water helps conduct activity.
I heard a bang.
I heard like sticks breaking over here. Conduct activity. Conduct activity. Whoa.
Oh, you can't just stop in front of me like that.
This is so awesome. So this stuff is like from the 1100s. From the 1100s, right?
1147, I think it was. Whoa, it's so pretty as well.
Wow, look at those arches. That's legit.
Hello. My name's Amy. I'm here with Jared and we've come to just pay our respects. Is there anyone around that wants to communicate? Meanwhile, back inside the stairwell of Margam Castle, our still GhostTube SLS camera would document some curious activity. Firstly, the REM pod triggered, indicating that something was nearby. Shortly after this, just one of the cat balls begins to light up, indicating that it may have been moved. To me, this is interesting, given that this was the only time that the REM pod or cat ball triggered during this entire session. It was also interesting that they would both react to something so soon after one another, before continuing to lay dormant for the remainder of filming. But now, back to the old Margam Abbey, where Jared and I began to perform an EVP session, which yielded a curious capture.
So, is there anyone in this cathedral, or abbey, sorry, with us right now? Can you come real close to us and maybe tell us your name or say something to us?
Can you say a prayer for me? If you look up, what do you see?
Can you tell us what year it is right now? How many people still linger? Linger? How many people still hang around here?
And we're rolling.
What happened to this place?
Okay, chatter.
I can hear chanting or something, almost like a melody. Here, we claim to hear what Jared describes as chatter and I describe as chanting. To me, replaying the raw audio file from the phone, I can clearly hear a melodic, deep male voice. It is faint, but I have enhanced the audio clip in the replay for you all to listen back to. I'm not sure this could be paranormal, but to me, it almost sounds like someone in prayer, which is of course relevant to the Abbey. What do you make of this capture? Margam Castle is truly one of the most magnificent places we have ever investigated. The striking architecture of the building, mixed with tales of hauntings involving Victorian-era children and an angry poltergeist, are gripping. But some of the noises and responses we documented within the building were truly remarkable and curious. If you have watched this far, please make sure that you're subscribed and have all notifications switched on for my channel, as next week we bring you an investigation from a historic location which isn't typically covered on YouTube. A grand old theatre built right on top of a graveyard that boasts a number of spirits. You won't want to miss our investigation of the Lyceum Theatre in England. Right, so tonight has been literally a dream come true. I have always wanted to return to this place, to Margam Castle, and investigate it properly at night, have the place to ourselves. It's been epic. I absolutely love this place. Like this staircase, oh, I'm in love with it. So cool. So it means a lot to me to be able to come back to this place. And I actually think that we picked up on some really cool activity, and there's a couple of experiences I think will just stick with me now for the rest of my life. Loved it. But I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe, because that really helps me out. If you want to do any more reading about Margam Castle, head to my website, AmysCrypt.com. You can also follow me on social media at AmysCrypt on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok, and I post bonus content to my patrons and YouTube members that are linked below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.